Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited because I'm going to be doing some corset nails using these ribbons that I purchased from Shein a while ago, and they come in 3 pieces and I purchased them for about $2. I also purchased these drill bits from, I believe these were from Temu. I'm not completely sure. I'll leave everything I use in the description box. And I'm going to be using this drill bit to create the holes onto my acrylic nails. But this was a really good price. I forgot how much I bought them for, but I remember that it was super affordable. And these are jump rings. I bought them for about $2 on Shein. And I'm going to be attaching these butterflies onto my nails. These are 10 pieces for about $2 on Shein. So I'm going to leave everything in the description box. I'm also going to be using this Odorless acrylic monomer from Nail Supply Glamour and their press-ons. And I'm going to be adding acetone onto the monomer, but I'm going to show you guys exactly how I'm going to do it. This is Odorless monomer. It does have some fumes in it, so you'll be smelling a little bit of fumes, but it's nothing compared to monomer, you guys. It's super tolerable. So the first thing I did was fit those press-ons from sidewall to sidewall, and the ones that don't fit, I just go ahead and grab my hand file and make them fit basically. So I just file around it, make sure I file everything, and I'm going to be doing the exact same thing to the rest of my nails. Once I have them ready, then I just put them on the side. And I'm going to be adding these press-ons onto my Vita Bella practice hand because I don't want to add acrylic onto my nails because the acrylic does dry my hands and I don't want that. So I'm going to try to add these press-ons onto my Vita Bella practice hand and then go from there. So once all the press-ons are nice and ready, then I'm going to go ahead and grab my Vita Bella practice hand and then just grab my e-file and remove the shine away from those nails. And I'm going to be doing the exact same thing to the rest of the nails. And the thumb, I covered it, like I bent it, and the wire popped out, so that's why I'm kind of hiding it. So I'm going to be doing the thumb separate. So again, I'm just going to remove the shine away from the nail and then go from there. Alright, now that I've removed the shine away from my press-ons, I'm going to show you the acrylic that I'm going to be using. And I am going to be using the Honey Fan acrylic brush size 16 with their acrylic powder. And this is basically how I add my, or how I use my, the monomer from Glamorous Nail Supply. And I just add acetone. I kind of isolate it. I don't really have like an exact amount of how much acetone I put in it. The acetone helps the acrylic dry faster. So yeah, you guys, let me just start by cleaning my brush, making sure my acrylic brush is nice and clean, and then I'm just going to say I'm going to do it Asian style. I've seen a lot of Asians do the nails like this, and this is how I'm going to do it. I did learn how to do small and medium and large beads from Vita, from V Nailed It, but I want to stick to this Asian style technique because I feel like it's a lot easier, you guys, and faster. And I like it, mostly because I like it. So basically I just grabbed like a large bead, and you guys, I had a really hard time putting acrylic onto the nails because the press-ons didn't fit the practice hand because they were a different size. They were my size. So yeah, I kind of had to hold onto the press-ons with my thumb, as you can see. So it was a little bit hard. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I do it with the pinky. And then I'm going to grab kind of like a medium bead. And this acrylic does dry fast, you guys. And this is the Honey Fan acrylic powder. So every acrylic powder is different. So I kind of got the hang of it by now. So again, I just grab like a medium bead and then just lightly drag it down or brush it down. All right, so yeah, you guys, this is Asian style basically, and I call it that because I learned from the Asians. right, so I'm gonna grab another small bead and then just add it right there and mix everything in, blend it, blend it, blend it. And then blend it upwards and downwards. So this is Asian style. This is how I learned it. This is how I like it. I feel like it's a lot faster. And now that I'm done with all the acrylic, I put the hand under some lukewarm water. I'm showing you exactly how I do it because since I'm using odorless monomer, the acrylic doesn't dry, so I have to do this step after I'm done so the nails can get hard, like harden. And I'm gonna let you guys hear. I'm gonna grab the acrylic brush and just tap onto the nails so I can show you guys that this works 100%. All right, so after I do this, after I run it through some lukewarm water, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys, tap it. And this is exactly how I do it. I'm literally showing you exactly how I do it. All right, after that, I'm gonna go ahead and so I'm just making sure that I cover every finger. All right, so I think that's good enough. All right, now I'm just gonna let you hear. So it's dry. All right, that is 100% dried acrylic. So I decided to glue the press-ons onto my nails and then just go from there. I had a really hard time adding acrylic onto the Vita Bella because the press-ons didn't fit. So after prepping my nails, I glued the press-ons, and now I'm just grabbing the hand file and filing from sidewall to sidewall and under the nail. And of course, I'm gonna file the free edge, make sure everything is nice and straight. And I also purchased these hand files from, I believe it was from Shein, but I'm gonna leave everything in the description box, and it was a really good price. I believe it was about 10 for like $1, and they're also washable. I didn't even know they had washable hand files. All right, so now that I'm ready with that, or I'm done with that, I'm gonna grab my 5-in-1 drill bit from Not Polish, and you guys, I love this drill bit. I'm gonna grab it and then just file around the cuticle area in a horizontal way, and then once I'm done filing around the cuticle area, I'm gonna file around the nail plate, and then I'm gonna file down in a vertical way. So basically this is what I'm gonna do to the rest of my nails. And you guys, like I was saying, I love this drill bit. This is a 5-in-1 and you don't need any other drill bit. In the beginning though, it was a little bit like rough because I didn't really know how to use it or file. But you guys, I love it. I don't need any other drill bit. But yeah, you guys, once I'm done with that, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing to the rest of my nails. Alright, so once I'm done doing that, I'm going to grab my pencil and then just mark where I'm going to be drilling the holes. And I ended up marking adding 4 dots. And now that I got that ready, I'm going to go ahead and grab my e-file and then just go from there. Alright, you guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I was starting to get a little bit nervous because I was afraid that the drill bit was gonna bend and accidentally hurt me. I was just making sure that I was like grabbing onto my nail really hard in case anything went on. And I basically, all I did was like press or push. And, you know, it was going, it was drilling. And then I also just turned the nail back and get it from the back to make sure that, you know, it went through, the little drill bit went through. And yeah, you guys, that's what happened. Like the drill bit got stuck onto the nail. Once it went through, it got stuck and I didn't know what to do. All I know that I wanted to do is turn the E-valve power off and then just pull it from there. So, I mean, other than that, everything was going fine, but yeah, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and then turn it back on again and then try to do the same thing on the other side. And again, all I did was push it down slowly. And then once it went through, the same thing happened again. So I had to turn the power off and then pull it out. But yeah, you guys, other than that, everything went fine. On like the third or the fourth one, I kind of got the hang of it, and you know, everything worked out fine. So basically, what I was doing wrong is that I was just like pressing onto it or pushing it, and I kind of had to move it a little bit around so it can get a little bigger hole so it won't get stuck. So as you can see, I got better at it, but it was super fun. It was something new. You know, I've never experienced this. This was actually extremely fun for me, you guys. It did take me a while, you know, to finish, because once I got near the cuticle area, I have to, or the close to the, you know, my finger, I had to be really, really careful because I could feel the heat. So I had to turn my thumb, make sure I wasn't near my, you know, near my finger. So if you're doing this, be super, super careful. Always like turn your nail, make sure you're, you know, doing it right, because you can easily mess up. But again, you don't have to be scared. It's super easy. All you have to do is be super careful, but it was extremely fun. I loved it, you guys. Alright, so after I was done drilling the rest of my nails, I went ahead and grabbed the ribbon that I was going to use and kind of just figure out the length of a piece that I was going to use. Alright, so now that I cut, or I figured out how long I was going to cut that piece, I ended up I wasn't completely sure how to do a corset or how to, you know, like cross the corset string. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't watch a video or anything. I just thought it was going to be super easy. And the first thing that I kind of bumped into was the tip of the ribbon. It wouldn't go through the nails. It was extremely hard. Throughout the whole video, that was my main problem. The tip from the ribbon, it wouldn't go through, especially because I had to get that string through some holes 2 times. So that was extremely time consuming. It really did take me a long time. So I ended up trying to add some tape onto the corners like shoelace, but that didn't work. So then I decided to add some nail glue on the tip of the ribbons, and that did work, but it did get messy. So I'm going to show you guys how I got the rest of the strings ready. And as you can see, I did the first thumb. I just wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing before I showed you guys the rest. So this is what I did. I added some tape on the corners of or on the tip of every string, but you guys, that didn't work. So I ended up having to add some nail glue, and that also didn't work immediately. It took me a long time to get those tips dried up. So I had to remove the tape and then just add some glue, and with the tweezers kind of fold the ribbon in half so it can be thin. And I had to like literally blow air onto the corners for a while, and once that was ready, then it worked really, really good. And then you guys, after that, it was quite easy, but again, it's really, really hard to get those ribbons to dry up with that glue. It's like the glue slides off the ribbon, so I have to kind of like cut it. I don't know, it was just super, super time consuming. But after that, again, once I was done doing that, I went ahead and tied 3 knots in the back, and I kind of, you know, did it with my mouth and pulled with my right hand. And once I was done with that, I went ahead and added, I cut the extra hanging ribbon, and then I added glue so it won't like fall apart. But yeah, you guys, I did the exact same thing to the rest of my nails. And then after that, I went ahead and grabbed the jump rings and then just randomly added them. And then I grabbed my butterfly and added that onto it. And again, those jump rings are super, super soft. You don't really need like those pliers or whatever they're called. But yeah, you guys. All right, so again, I started from the back and then I crisscrossed it from the top, and once I had that ready, I had to go under again and crisscross it. And then once it was over, then I had to go back and put it on the same hole that I started with. And then from the back, I ended up going through some new holes in a crisscross way and then pulled that down. And now from the back, I also had to do the exact same thing, crisscross it from the back and then up to the front. And after I was done doing that, I went ahead and added the jump rings and my butterfly. And again, I did the exact same thing to the rest of the fingers. And yeah, you guys, I ended up just using some tweezers to kind of just tighten the jump rings. Alright, so after all that work, I was super excited because now it was time to add the top coat. And I added a top glossy gel. And I realized that I couldn't get every corner, so I had to grab a small nail art brush and just add the gel from there on those little, corners that I couldn't get through with the other brush. So I also ended up adding some rhinestones onto my nails, and yeah, you guys, I ended up curing each finger for 30 seconds. Then when I was done with my whole nails, I ended up curing them for 2 minutes just to make sure everything was nice and dried up. But I hope you guys like my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like my video. And I ended up loving these nails. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.